What's up, Internet? We are here once again with CoolBoy 401 Real Game, and we are exploring the mysteries of this multi-cart, and possibly the mysteries of ourselves and even the universe and potentially life itself. When we're done, we'll know absolutely everything about everything. But here we are with number 106, Lot. I think this is actually an official game. I'm not super familiar. I've seen it being played a little bit, though. The idea is you got these balls and you're trying to get them to fall down to the bottom of this. I just gotta remember how to make that work. Okay, let's see. Select. Boop. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you gotta try and, like, move them to, like, a designated point zone. And you want to do this, of course, before they hit the out range, where you're gonna get nothing. Now, I think you're trying to work in tandem with that second controller, which is, I think, supposed to be like a player 2, but it's like an AI player 2, so... But we're going to try and make as many points as we can. This is an interesting little game. Like I said, I think this is official, but I'm not sure who made it. Looking at it, it visually looks kind of piratey, but if it is, it's one of the better pirate games, for sure. But it's also a relatively simple game of just, you know, get the balls where you need the balls to go. And trying to work with a second arrow to make things happen. No, we want that to go down here. Oh, there's a red ball. That means something. Oh, no, we don't want that there. Are you gonna do a thing, game? Here we go. Oh. Oh, the red ball doesn't want to go. I think the red ball has to go out. Oh, and of course, as we go, it's getting a little tougher to juggle because there's more stuff going on. That said, I think this game would certainly be a lot easier if you just had the ability to control two characters at once. Like with a second controller or something. As opposed to trying desperately to get this to work by relying on an AI to handle the second ball, or the second arrow for you. That said, it's not a bad game or anything, it's just very, very conceptually simple. It's sort of like Pachinko, except you've got more direct control over what's going on. Oh no, it's a giant angry crab. What is your story, giant angry crab? Oh no! We're out. But, you know, it's not bad. Next we have Fish War. Now this is a pirate game, sort of. It's actually a reskin of the excellent balloon fight, but with fish. And I just died. And they changed the music. But, you know, it's pretty visually impressive for a pirate game. I mean, they decided to completely change things other than just making you a cheap. They've changed the backgrounds entirely. And, you know, that's a lot of effort for a pirate game. Well, for a pirate reskin, anyway. You know, normally in a pirate reskin, you'll see, like, one or two things that are a little bit different, but for the most part, it is 99% the exact same game. This game is functionally identical, but it looks completely different. Now, that said, I think the seaweed, that's the word I'm looking for, thanks brain. I'm thinking the seaweed actually kind of obscures things because it's really hard to figure out where the platforms begin and end, and it's kind of sort of misinforming the player of like where the platforms are because it's just awkward. Oh, and here we have the special version where we catch fish, I guess, instead of catching random balloons. But Balloon Fight is awesome. It was technically the first NES game I ever owned, if we're counting like digital copies, because I got it on Animal Crossing for a birthday present from my two favorite villagers, so I quite like Balloon Fight. Although, if you want to get technical, my first NES game that was an actual NES game was Clash of Demon Head, which is an excellent game as well. Now, that said, the music just does not seem to stop, and like I said, it's visually kind of impressive, but it's just hard to figure out where stuff is. Like, you're not supposed to run off the ground, and if you do, like, at least in the original Balloon Fight, if you got close to the bottom of the ground, a fish would jump up and eat you, but it's really hard to figure out where the ground actually is here, you know? Like, unless they removed that entirely, but I don't think they did. Oh, no. Looks like a seal eats you or something. Also, for some reason, the octopuses are acting like clouds shooting lightning balls at you. Because that makes sense. Well, yeah, see? Like, that looks like I should be able to just get them, but I can't. Another thing worth noting is this version does not have the excellent balloon trip mode, which is arguably probably the better half of Balloon Fight, honestly. Oh no! The little fish died. Game over. Poor little fish. You were the littlest of all fish. Oh, no, it does actually have balloon trip. I didn't see that C option. I am wrong and very tired, evidently. But this was probably the best part of Balloon Fight, I think. And I mean, it makes sense that they'd end up making sequels to Balloon Fight based off this mode and not just the standard Joust mode. Although, possibly copyright infringement prevents that, because, I mean, Joust is a thing. But, yeah, this actually got a sequel. Well, the official version got a sequel in Balloon Kid, which I've reviewed on this show. Or on this channel, anyway. And I've made a gameplay video as well, if you want to go watch that. But, not only did it get a sequel, it technically got two sequels. It got Balloon Trip, it got Balloon Kid, which is sort of what we'd know as the sequel to this, and then there was a Japanese exclusive Game Boy Color version of Balloon Kid known as Balloon Fight GB, and that was fully in color. And then, weirdly enough, there was a Famicom exclusive version of it that added Hello Kitty to the roster as the playable character for some reason. And I'm still trying to find Hello Kitty Balloon Fight, but it's just sort of interesting, and, you know, I think this mode is the go-to reason to have Balloon Fight. It's just super addictive to see how far you can go, and then try and shatter that score by getting a higher score later. But Balloon Fight is just good. I'd argue it's a better game than Joust, the game it's trying to be, even though it is basically a clone game. And to see a sort of pirate clone version of it doesn't hurt my feelings, although, okay, I was about to say, I don't think it just stops, although it did look like it did. Anyway, that's Fish Balloon Fight, and that is a damn good game because it's Balloon Fight. Oh. Next we have Bomb Jack, which of course was not ever on the Famicom, but this is Mighty Bomb Jack. And this game is kind of interesting because it's a game that, if you do well, punishes you. And it's been a while since I played Bomb Jack, but we'll see if I can get to that point. Basically, enemies will spawn in, you gotta collect bombs, but your real goal is to get to the end of the chamber. But you're trying to collect coins like this. And the more of those coins you collect, you can transform, like now we're blue because we used one of those coins. And each one has different effects. Like one is you can open chests from the side as opposed to jumping on them. Others, I think, just makes you temporarily invincible. It depends on how many coins you have and how many you spend. But the thing is, if you collect a lot of them, you get sent to a punishment room. Okay, let's pause right here for just a sec. Now, at the end of each action stage, there's one of these sort of like temple stages where you have to collect bombs. And the thing is, depending on how you approach it, changes how the game progresses. There should be a bomb with a lit fuse. And if we get that bomb last, we basically warp. But if we warp, we don't gain like the ability to... Ah, crap, I can't show it. But if we warp and we get a game over, we're sent back to the beginning of the previous stage you didn't warp from. So, theoretically, if we could warp all the way to the last level and die, we would respawn here, because this is like the last place where we didn't warp. Also, you can hover, which is fun. But this game is ridiculously hard, but it's a really fun game as well. And of course, it's not a game I'm particularly good at. Which ones am I good at? But Mighty Bomb Jack is a really fun game if you're into like arcadey challenges. And of course, there was the original Bomb Jack on the Game Boy as well. Oh, I don't want you there. That's less than ideal. Also, yeah, stuff spawns in the walls sometimes. It's not the most well-programmed game. Okay, so the one with the fuse is up there, so we'll try and get that one. But of course, more enemies are going to spawn in, and we can only jump so high. And the thing is, as we wait, the enemies are going to actually get a lot harder. Like, those skulls actually try and actively home in on you. And even though we collected them all, it's not over yet. We have to actually leave. And because we got the one with the burning fuse last, we should warp to the next area. And there's hidden stuff and like breakable walls and stuff as well. This game is like a ridiculously deep game. And it's not an easy game by any means. It's very hard, but you know, I think it's a very good game. Got the Sphinx, we gotta move to the next area. Gotta find... Oh, the balloon lets you fly. I remember that. And if you want to see more Mighty Bomb Jack, I've actually not done anything about it, but you can watch an excellent special episode of Game Center CX about it. Which is fascinating to watch. In fact, I think there was like 3 episodes on Mighty Bomb Jack if you include all the specials. And I mean, you should just watch Game Center CX anyway. It's an excellent show. With a brilliant concept. Ah. Oh. Sad. But a very fun game. Alright, next we have Splunker, which, depending on who you ask, is either a very good game or a very bad game. Fun fact, the very first game I ever reviewed, 3D Dot Game Heroes, featured this character as a playable character, and he died again. And there was a running gag about how he was basically the most useless character ever. He had 1 health, and if you ran into walls, the game would play the game over theme, but you just like get stunned temporarily, and you could actually abuse the ever-living crap out of that. I don't want to pause on the game over screen. No. Also, Splunker by Broderbund. And there's a huge debate over whether or not this game is just a bad game or an awesome game. And I think there's been a couple of remakes. I think there's actually one on the Switch that's like a Splunker multiplayer game. But this guy's got like the most pathetic distance to fall before he dies. But it's a really fun game. I think it's fun anyway. I'm not very good at it. I've genuinely not gotten much further than here, honestly, but... Oh no. You fell 2 inches. Oh, oh no. Aww. Okay, and you can't be on the same screen as the explosion or you die. I remember that. This is probably about as far as I've ever gotten in Splunker. No! Now what's interesting is Splunker, like I said, it got a bunch of sequels, but it got a direct sequel only in Japan. And that game was like an action RPG. Which is kind of weird, and I've wanted to play that game for a long time, because I've heard nothing but good things about it, because you got like multiple classes that handle various tasks differently and stuff. It was genuinely a fascinating setting game. And of course this was an early, who did this? I want to say it was either Sunsoft or Irem, but I can't remember. But I remember that whoever it is that put these out in Japan had very special cartridges for them, which were extra cool. They had like a big red LED on them, so that when you ended up turning it on, it would glow red, which I think is really, really cool. And I actually want to try and collect a bunch of those. I want to say those are Irem carts. And I want to say it's only like the very, very early Irem carts as well. Oh no. Come on, Splunker dude. Get it together. We'll go one more time. But you're seeing lots of great progress. Great rapid progress I've made in Splunker in this brief time, because I've never gotten past, well, the second screen, really. Granted, I've never really spent a great deal of time with Splunker, but I think it's a fascinating game. Jump, jump. Jump down. And I mean, given the fact he's like a big secret in the first game I ever reviewed, I think I've got something of a personal history of Splunker as well. Even though it is small and kind of obscure. Oh no, the ghost. Oh no. Well, on the bright side, the ghost goes away when you die. I'm surprised I didn't die from that jump. Oh, Splunker. Ah. And he's probably the great grandfather of Splunky Jones. Except Splunky was a marginally more forgiving game. I'm gonna have to play some Splunky later. And finally we have Chinese chess, which I'm terrified about. What the hell is this? I'm vaguely reminded of like Reversi a little bit. I don't think I've ever seen this game before. Okay. Oh no. Can I... Oh, game over. So I'm not good at Chinese chess, evidently. Okay. Hmm. I don't know what to do. My king thing can't seem to and I'm game over. Oh, Chinese chess. This guy's easy. B. Q. L. What? Okay, like, I would think these would be, like, hints or something. Okay, Q is quit. Got it. Okay. I think these are, like, suggested moves we could make. Let's see how smart the robot is. What? Oh, I see. You can swap the views of it. Okay. That rotates it. Okay, that's back and forward. I think. Oh god, this is like shogi. It's just a game I do not understand. Okay, so this one's like the bishop. It moves diagonally. Move you there. Okay. What's the rook? I guess that guy. Oh, that sounded bad, and I lost again. I'm not exactly the best at chess to begin with, but bringing chess into a different language probably isn't doing me any favors. And that has been this 5 of CoolBoy 401 Real Game. Lot is very, very simplistic, but it's alright. Fish War is balloon fight. I mean, come on, it's awesome. And it's actually not a horrible visual change or anything. It's actually kind of functionally different in terms of visuals. And I kind of enjoy it. Bomb Jack is legit. It's a really hard game, but it's a lot of fun. Same with Splunker. I like Bomb Jack a hell of a lot more than Splunker, though. And Chinese chess, I do not understand. So out of these 5 games, only one of them I would say is any bad, and that's Chinese chess. And I mean, if I could understand what was going on, you know, maybe it would be a little bit better. But so far, these past 5 games, totally worth it just for Lot, Fish War, Bomb Jack, and Splunker. But join me next time where we take a look at the 12th page of CoolBoy 401 Real Game, starting with Gyro Dingay. Oh lord. Anyway, I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.